Hey everyone. Wanted to update real fast on the Drake and Kanye beef, as there seems like there could be the implication of a mending of some sorts. Just in the fact that Drake re-released his first EP, So Far Gone, on the 10-year anniversary of it coming out back in 2009. And one of the things that Drake had to do to make that happen is Say What's Real needed to be cleared. Say What's Real was a sampled Say You Will, Kanye's song from 808s and Heartbreak. And it was actually the request for the sample that occurred on December 13th that set off Kanye's string of tweets about Drake. I think this was what started the 127 tweet day. And you can see that this is one of the text messages. This proves shit faker than wrestling. Drake sent in a clearance request for Say What's Real, do you want to clear? And Kanye just kind of went off for a while about Drake and all the drama with Drake and how Drake had been avoiding talking to him, but then wants to get this clearance request. Kanye wasn't having any of it, and he ended all those tweets. You can see that this one was at 12:53, and he was tweeting pretty nonstop until 1:27. And this was Drake called and threatened me. I won't be silenced, and talking a lot about behind the scenes stuff between the two of them, and then saying, by the way, not cleared, crying emoji. And you can see that Kanye at one point, there would never be a Drake without a Kanye West, so never come out of your mouth with a threat. Snoop is my elder and an inspiration to me. And that may seem like a weird jump to go from that one to the other, but you may remember that in 2018, Snoop has been talking a lot of shit about Kanye, like consistently talking shit about Kanye because of Kanye's comments about Trump. And Snoop was just dogging on Kanye, saying some like fucked up shit about Kim. And Kanye just never said anything. He never lashed out. He never talked shit. He wore the Snoop t-shirts at one point. It was just like, yo, I love this guy. I respect Snoop. So I think that's the reference here. Like, I am in a position where I could have talked back to Snoop, trashed Snoop. I had every right to do that. But Snoop's my elder and an inspiration to me. I tried finding the tweets. I know that there's a tweet from Kanye where he says, I'm your OG. Like, you will respect me as such, or like, you should respect me. I can't find it. So maybe I'm just making it up. I feel like it might have been further back than December, though. One of the earlier tweets about Drake, or maybe one of the tweets from the start of the year or after the 127 that was also about Drake. There was something in there, something. But you can see that the impact of that was Drake, when he made the Instagram post for So Far Gone on the re-release, he went through and he was thanking all these people that had participated in the project. And he got to Kanye and said, a decade ago, I rapped over your beat because you just made the best shit. And even though you stay wildin' on Twitter these days, I will never forget what you contributed to the game and my career. So the thing that Kanye was asking for in those talks with Drake is not to come at me, to respect me, to treat me with the love and respect I deserve for paving the way for you. And here we get Drake actually taking the time. Still, you can read into this as like, maybe he's just talking shit because they're back on good terms. Maybe he's just taking swipes at Kanye and this is still kind of petty. I don't think we know their relationship dynamic that much. It could be that Kanye read this and was just like, I am wilding on Twitter. Like, Drake knew his audience. Or it could be that he's still like not on good terms with Kanye, but is being respectful in the way that Kanye wanted. Either way, we know that Kanye cleared the sample, and we know that Drake is shouting out Kanye in a positive way, more so than negative, but a positive way for the first time in a long time, and paying respect. So this could indicate that these two are at least on the pathway to some kind of amends. Does that mean that we'll ever see them making music together again, hanging out together again? I don't know if there's been so much damage done in that way that it won't happen, but I feel like Kanye would be willing to move on. And I feel like Drake just loves being around people so much. He's kind of like a puppy sometimes when you see him at like Raptors games or at the NBA All-Star game. He's so excited that I could see him just being like, yeah, I'm happy to be like have this positive relationship again and let's do what we do. So it could be that 2019 has some reconciliation. Maybe we finally get Lift Yourself that has Drake on it, or that it's Drake and Kanye at this point, kind of burying the hatchet. That'd be pretty great. But that's that update. We'll follow it in 2019, and as there are things that happen, we'll stay with it. Thank you for listening. And by the way, our Slow Jams episode just came out, where we dive like very deeply into slow jams, going line by line and revealing how that song plays into the narrative of College Dropout. And there's some insights in the analysis that's going to blow your mind. You can find that on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, anywhere you listen to podcasts. So check that out. And then we're going to have more news updates in other videos, but catch you soon.